Hi, I'm Dino Tripodis. Tonight on Whiskey Business, it's Fat Tuesday, the day of indulgence before the Lenten season. We've got a full bottle of Old Crow, a Crave case of White Castles, and a fresh pack of Lucky Strikes. Let's do this. And welcome to Whiskey Business, the podcast not so much about whiskey as it is one with whiskey. And welcome to our very special Fat Tuesday episode. By the time you're watching this or listening to this, Fat Tuesday would have come and gone. But we are in the moment tonight, if you will. The day of indulgence, the day that a lot of people dig into whatever excess they want, be it food, drink, sweets, whatever the case might be. And then the thought process is, on Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, they're supposed to give something up for Lent, make a sacrifice, give up something that is near and dear to them over the course of the next 40 days and absolve themselves in some way, shape, or form. We'll discuss tonight on Whiskey Business the concept of indulgence, the concept of gluttony, the concept of denial, sacrifice,
justification,
all kind of fun stuff tonight. And we're doing it. Our indulgence tonight is with our guest bottle of Old Crow. I'll tell you a little bit more about Old Crow here for a second.
I'm scared of Old Crow, actually.
You
keep asking us about mixers and stuff.
No.
This is the first time Dino's ever offered mixers for our whiskey before.
Our indulgence tonight, and I'll explain this one as well, is a whole Crave case of White Castles.
Woohoo!
Yeah, at my house. Great. Yeah.
Not a sponsor, but could be.
Not a sponsor, but could be. You could be White Castle. And even though none of these other guys smoke, I got a fresh pack of Lucky Strikes right here to kind of keep things moving along. So, let me tell you first about the guest bottle, or do you want to do the business first, Hansberry?
We'll just knock out the business real quick. Whiskeybusinesspod.com for all of your whiskey business info, archived episodes, all that kind of stuff. YouTube, Whiskey Business with Dino Tripodis. Make sure you smash that button.
Smash that button. Smash subscribe. Smash that button.
Bing, bing. Thank you. You'll get all sorts of notifications and videos when we update. Johnny does the unedited videos. I always edit the audio, but John, if you want to see us make total jackasses of
Rarely
ourselves,
take anything out.
The videos.
I think he gets a little sick pleasure out of the fact that he leaves it unedited, because he's normally, this is one of the rare times that he's on camera, but normally he just lets it go.
Let's see how much he edits out of this one.
I think he kind of, in a sick way, enjoys the unedited version.
A young 62, if I start doing that.
I think he kind of, so it'll be, you're right, Hansberry. It'll be interesting to see if he all of a sudden becomes master editor on this one and the YouTube one. Depending on what he says.
I don't want to be canceled in 10 years.
That ship has sailed for me.
If I get canceled in 10 years, that's fine. I'll be dead.
Yeah. You're like my dog.
Oh, and then people will look back on his podcast and say he forecasted his own demise.
He's like the Simpsons.
Yeah. Oh man.
Anyway, do that. Thanks for YouTube. Thanks for subscribing on your favorite podcasting app. We're on just about all of them nowadays. So whatever one you're on, please hit subscribe and rate and review us, because that helps everybody out. And share. Word of mouth is great. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and thanks to Evergreen Podcasts, our parent company.
Our family, yes.
Evergreenpodcasts.com. Check out all everything.
At least
they've got.
For one more episode after tonight, I don't know.
We've got
a call with corporate tomorrow. That's that. So thank you.
Okay. Our guest bottle tonight. We've never had it on the podcast before. This is
I wonder why.
This is Old Crow. Now I want to thank. We broadcast out of Columbus, Ohio. I want to thank Coach's Bar and Grill on Bethel and Go Down for supplying this bottle of Old Crow, because I actually it was not available when I went out on my whiskey journey hard to believe.
Yeah.
But then again, not hard to believe, because despite its affordability, it is on the bottom shelf. Old Crow is actually made by Jim Beam. It has the same mash bill. It's just not aged as long as Jim Beam.
Yeah.
And here you go. With this also being the 219th birthday of the state of Ohio. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to give you a little
Ohio.
historical fact as well.
Like a day of a 250.
Yeah, right. Can you say to the state you look good for your age?
219. Wow.
219. Old Crow.
Watch out,
This
Illinois.
was the favorite whiskey. I'm going back to the Civil War.
Hold that in your left hand.
This, thank you, John. Always directing.
Edit.
This was the favorite whiskey of Ulysses S. Grant.
Okay.
all right.
History.
This was his go-to.
All right.
Yeah, and he drank. You know, if you watched anything on the History Channel and anything on the Civil War, you know he had he liked his booze. Yeah.
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 I
A little bit
couldn't
of-
imagine going without it back then.
Back in the Civil War.
No
Can you imagine?
shit,
Can you
dude.
imagine? But the Old Crow was his go-to.
They lived till like
his
19.
go-to whiskey.
And he was a good guy, right?
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, he was on.
Yeah, he was a president.
Depending, he ended up being a president. And
All right,
depending
okay.
on who's listening, you know,
He
was
was
do
on
have some
our
fans
side.
he
in
was on the
Kentucky.
other side.
Yeah.
All right, you pick and choose. I'm not going to play politics this evening.
That's right.
We're gonna get canceled over Civil War
yeah.
discussion.
He's talking about Sherman's March.
So as I mentioned, this is our Fat Tuesday broadcast. We have no special guest this evening, and yet at the same time, he's special to us. This is that's right. Chip Kocel is on the other way. We consider Chip to be the fifth Beatle, even
Thank
though there's
you.
only three of us.
That's right.
We consider him.
He's
to
the
be
drummer.
fifth
He's the
Beatle.
drummer that toured in
Yeah.
Japan when Ringo
And when
was sick.
I pitched this idea for tonight, let's just every once in a while we just do a podcast with us. I love these podcasts with just us because there's no prep, there's no planning.
None.
You know, it's just like here's what we're gonna do. It's Fat Tuesday. I'm gonna get a Crave case of White Castles and a bottle of whiskey.
I was so excited about the Crave case.
And we'll go. By the way, time's a wasting.
Let's go.
Crack the case open.
Do it.
Don't wait on formalities.
Is there something dangerous about the Old Crow that you were worried about?
No,
earlier?
the
'Cause
fact
you mentioned
that the fact that it's a bottom shelf whiskey, and sometimes people go, oh. And for some people, you know, if you want to put a mixer in it, this would be one of those
They put
whiskeys
2
you can put a
napkins
mixer
inside.
in. But I'm telling you,
What's the proof on this one? that you got
only
today?
80 proof.
Oh, good. Well, we'll get some of that.
Well, and thanks. Chip filled me up already with something
Yeah,
else
go ahead.
there.
Yeah, go ahead and have that. Hansberry,
How many
good
you
call.
want here?
All cheeseburgers.
Oh yeah.
The question is, thank you. Yeah, well, don't give me one, right? I
Right.
mean, who are we kidding?
That's why they come packed in
Yeah,
two
they
like
come
this.
together. Yeah.
And the reason we got the White Castle Crave case is because this is Fat Tuesday, and for me, starting tomorrow, even though I'm Greek Orthodox, I follow the Catholic calendar when it comes to the Lenten season, just because normally it's always ahead of the Greek Orthodox calendar, and I kind of want to get it out of the way. Sorry, Mom. But I do try to give something up every Lenten season, and I've decided prior to this podcast, I've already given up just for my own health. I've been trying to knock off sugar.
Right.
I've thrown out all the candy and the cookies and the cakes, and
During Girl Scout cookie season
I know,
too.
right?
That's
been really
a
hard.
big thing.
And just that alone, just doing that with not an ounce of exercise, not a walk down the street, I've already lost like 6 pounds. That's how much sugar I was ingesting. I'm a candy holic.
Great.
I'm a look great. I don't look great. No,
Oh, that's great. I didn't say you
that's
look great.
Oh, thank you. I'm
gonna save that till a little bit later after I drink more.
Yeah,
here.
wait till he's done drinking a couple of those. And then
But then I decided for the Lenten season, I'm going to give up fast food. All right, it's a popular choice with a lot of people, and
Yeah.
because I am guilty of having those hunger pangs and going, and then when I go through the drive-through, I always order way more food than I need.
I remember like when I was in high school, first driving, I could go to Taco Bell and like be full on like $4. I can't get out of a line of McDonald's without spending at least $20 these days.
Yeah, right.
Well, that Taco Bell, I remember bean burrito was 89 cents. Probably
Right.
when I was in college, you were in high school
Yeah.
probably at the time. That's how we would live,
Right.
Being in film school, we would go to that Taco Bell right on High Street and 15th, and 89 cents a bean burrito.
Film school students didn't have any money. You know what you're saying?
No, not all.
Were you more poor than other college students?
We were rolling in the dough.
Well, negative film costs money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to spend money on any money you have extra you spend on film stock.
Yeah, but when you're going to school to learn how to make film,
Yeah.
No, you still have to pay for it.
Yeah, but when you get
They
like
didn't- they
when you
didn't
have
pay
20
for
bucks
it?
in your pocket, you're like, "Oh my god."
So you're telling me you went to the Ohio State University Film Studies program, you learn how to make movies and learn your craft, and they don't give you the supplies that you need to make your craft?
I think they supplied us with Super 8 film early, right? But 16, anything like that,
You had to
the
purchase,
processing was super, super cheap because they have
Yeah.
their own processing.
Well, they used to process it there at the Haskett Hall, remember?
Yep.
Okay, well,
I don't know when that changed.
Now
but
they
they
just
ship
got like
it
an
up that
SD
way.
card and say, "Here you go." Have at it.
between the whiskey and the White Castles, we will be somewhat distracted,
Yes.
but I do have a point and a show that I do want to get out, and it starts with the concept of indulgence. When you indulge, and I said like a lot of people on Fat Tuesday will kind of go the extra mile as far as indulgence because they might be giving something up.
See,
Might
I
be
didn't know what
alcohol.
Fat Tuesday was.
Yeah, which doesn't that blew my mind when you walked in. I go, what the hell? How do you not know what Fat Tuesday is?
I'm not Catholic.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to be Catholic
But
to
it's
know what Fat
crossed over
Tuesday.
the pop
I'm not
culture world
Catholic.
enough.
I'm Greek Orthodox.
Secular world.
I've heard of it, but I didn't know exactly what it meant.
What did you think? When you first heard it, what did you think it meant?
I just some fat dude.
No, did you mean
Tuesday?
like a parade in New Orleans?
New Orleans Parade Tuesday. I don't know.
Yeah, it's called Mardi Gras.
Yeah,
Have
I
you heard of Mardi Gras?
Yeah, what do you think? What did you really think that was about? Just
Mardi Gras. I knew it had something to do with religion and Jesus and stuff.
All right.
But I didn't know exactly what. It meant.
With religious and Jesus and stuff.
all those naked guys
Mary
running
and-
around the street
All right,
in New
Pontius
Orleans.
Pilate.
Clearly, that's
if you're
about
not
Jesus.
Catholic, then what are you?
I'm not anything right now.
Well, you were something.
Yeah, well,
Were you baptized?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, where were you baptized?
Where?
What?
No, what?
Oh, I'd like not Southern Baptist, or some Baptist church in Dayton. But actually, I was baptized in Florida behind my father's back by my grandmother, which is another story.
Wow.
remember it?
No,
Do
do
you
tell.
remember it?
Do
Do you
tell.
remember?
Do
Were you
tell.
old enough to remember?
So it was a hidden
It
baptism?
was a hidden baptism.
Who didn't want you to get baptized?
My parents. Because,
Why?
Because they weren't really religious at all. I think they really sent us off to church just so they could screw on Sundays. But we
I'll be. Let's see if that gets edited
Yeah.
out of the video
No.
portion of the podcast.
everybody
Father
involved
Nick, we
is dead,
apologize.
so I'm okay. But I think
Including Jesus.
we were in Florida visiting my grandmother in I believe at the time Orlando. And one Sunday morning, my grandmother comes in and says, "Come on, kids, we're going to go on a trip." So we all pile in her car, and we show up to her church, and we get baptized.
It is a Baptist
my
church.
gosh.
So
Yes.
you are baptized Baptist.
Yes, and
Okay.
baptized Baptist.
Your brother Gil as well.
Yeah, everybody. And then my sister, my dad asked my sister, what'd you guys do today? And my sister went, "We went to church and I got my hair wet." And then just my dad was like, whoop, just like totally locked on my grandmother's.
Got your hair wet on a Sunday? That can only mean one thing. You were baptized.
Because anything religious should go through the parents. The
yeah.
grandmother should not go behind. the
Yeah,
parents.
I tend to agree with
And
that.
it begs the question: why were your parents so anti-religious?
Not anti-religious. They just weren't religious.
Okay, well, if you're not religious, doesn't that make you anti-religious?
No.
And I'm asking a hypothetical question.
No, I see. I'm more of a agnostic, right?
All right.
So I'm not, and I lean more toward atheist, but I'm more of an agnostic, really, because I don't know. Nobody really knows, right? So, but if you're not really religious, you're not anti-religious, because as far as I'm concerned, religion is just not a good fit for me. I don't begrudge anybody who's religious.
Yeah,
it's just not a good fit for me.
And that would be that's why I asked the question.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you were
yeah.
anti-religious, you would have an issue with anybody that was.
No, I'm not.
religious.
I don't have an issue.
So no,
Well, and you'd be hypocritical if you were like, "Oh, yes, I'm diehard XYZ," and you didn't
No.
believe in that shit.
No, exactly. So the only issue I have with religion is when religion actually hurts people.
And there have been
Really super.
Obviously we've seen the power of religion and its dark side, as far as wars and battles and terrorism and so forth and so on, and greed and greed. Yeah.
So I'm not anti-religion at all, and I've talked about this with a lot of other people that are religious, and it's just like. So that's what was the original question, Dino?
So
can we get off the Fat Tuesday?
The original question. You didn't know what Fat Tuesday was.
Yeah.
The only thing he perked up about it when I said, like, we're going to do a Fat Tuesday episode, he didn't say anything in the text message. I don't know what Fat Tuesday is. He just said, White Castle, Crave Case, I'm in. Until he said that's all he cared about.
I wanted 10 of them.
You can have 10 of them. You can have all you want. There's how many's in a Crave Case?
30.
30.
You can. We got all cheese, but you can do half.
No.
Half classic, half cheese.
No. Cheese.
You can do whatever you want.
Cheese is good. So if you were, hypothetically speaking, if I said, John Whitney, give something up for the Lenten season, what would you give up? And it has to be something that's near and dear to you, not something that you hate that would be easy to give up. It has to be something that would actually be a sacrifice. What would it be?
I think coffee would probably be the hardest.
Ooh,
Yep, that's what I do.
A tough one.
That'd be hardest.
See that one because that
even harder than booze.
Well, yeah.
Let's not get crazy.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
We already said he's
talking
not
about
Catholic.
There's only one heathen at this fucking table. That's me. But coffee. Actually, if I gave up coffee, it'd probably be better for my blood pressure. But what the hell?
But doesn't that have a domino effect? If you give up coffee, doesn't that affect the people that you come in contact with on a daily basis? Because I could not give up coffee.
I'd be angry as hell.
I mean, coffee would be a good thing to give up because I drink a lot of it, and it would be a sacrifice. But I'm afraid of the ramifications of me giving up coffee, how it would affect the people that I associate with on a daily basis.
Yeah, you got to go into the office every day.
I would be a pain in the ass. I would be irritable. I would be short-tempered.
Yeah.
All those things.
Caffeine's a drug, and once you go
What?
off it, yes, caffeine's a drug, and spoiler alert.
Turn on the internet. It must be true.
It must be true. But yeah, it's like you detox, right? Yeah. So if you went off it for how long do you have to be off things for during Lent?
So it's 40 days, roughly. It's until Easter Sunday.
Wow.
Okay, so does the 40 days is that significant? That number?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll let the Catholics.
Enlighten me, Catholics.
I'm gonna go to Chip. I'm gonna go to Chip to explain the 40 days.
Yeah, the 40 days and 40 nights. It has something to do with Jesus went out to the desert.
Something to do.
Yeah.
Have you ever
I
seen...
said I'm going to go to Chip for the authoritative explanation.
Yeah, one guy
has
Jesus,
something to do.
Has
something to do with Jesus going out in the desert. There was sand,
snakes. Have you ever seen The Last Temptation of Christ? No, you have not seen The Last Temptation of Christ?
Chip
all right.
and Hansberry are the two Catholics in the room. I am Greek Orthodox. At one point, and I've said this on podcasts before, at one point the Greek Orthodox Church and the Catholic Church were together. Then they split and went to different calendars. So Greek Orthodox is a form of Catholicism.
Yes.
But we're on a slightly different calendar, but we believe a lot. So I should know about the 40 days.
Right.
But much like you, John Whitney, I do consider myself to be a religious person in that I believe in God and everything else, but I'm not a devout religious person. My conversations with God are actually conversations. They're not so much prayers as they are conversations. And I have them on a fairly regular basis. My mother's got a little corner. If you go down the steps, there's a little corner of icons that my mother said, you need to put your icons up. And I put them down there, and it's actually a good little corner.
That's nice.
When I go down there and have my talk with God. And
it's right next to the bar.
Right next to the bar.
Of course.
Hey.
With the arm reach.
Yeah.
Well, he's done. He wants to go for a libation.
There's a bar in every room here.
So
to be fair,
but
so Jesus goes out into the desert for 40 days and fasts. He doesn't eat. Blah blah blah. And the devil
explains the abs.
Yeah, and then the devil was like tempting him. Hence
all the pictures
movie,
of Jesus, he has really good
Jesus
abs.
Jesus is ripped.
All the depictions of Jesus in the picture, he has good abs.
He's got like
White
zero
Jesus.
body fat.
You never see a fat Jesus. You
He's
never
a
see
vegan.
you never see a bloated Jesus.
You're right.
In any of the depictions.
That's why. Because he ate rocks
Yeah.
for 40 days. And then after that, he comes out of the devil was like tempting him to do bad stuff, and he said, "No, I'm not going to do it." And then after he comes out of the desert, that's when they killed him. They crucified him. Yeah. And then it was Easter.
Oh,
He came back and everybody was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, man, Jesus, he's trouble. Yeah.
He's gonna be doomed.
So there you go. That's the long and the short of it. So that represents that.
So we're coming up on that actual time period.
That's
right
what the
now.
40 days are about.
Yeah.
So you fast, you sacrifice, you not fast, but you give up something.
Well, there was the Last Supper, and that was right before the 40 days, wasn't it?
No, it's after. That's the Holy Thursday.
Oh, okay. Holy Thursday. Okay.
Holy Thursday.
Wasn't there some sort
is
of
the Last
party
Supper.
though?
Holy
on
Thursday.
Tuesday before
there
they
was
went to
a
the
lot of
desert?
people don't know this. There was before the Last Supper. There was the Last Brunch.
There you go. That was it.
Mimosas for all.
The Last Brunch.
Yeah.
And there's rare depictions by Michelangelo or Da Vinci where you can see Pontius Pilate pilfering the tip.
Bastard.
I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell.
Just
so
add it to the list.
So yeah, that's. I can't believe you threw that and missed the can.
I didn't do it,
I
John.
couldn't
Who missed
see
the
it. There's a
can?
blonde. You had it out there.
We need a trash
I
receptacle.
made a 10-footer about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
You didn't
all
know.
right, okay.
We're filling up with empty Crave case boxes.
I've had 4 so far. Let's count them.
So anyway, that's the long and short of it.
That's the long. You understand it
that
now?
represents
Yeah,
those
yeah,
40
Now, does it
days.
make you want to give something up? If
And then
I
on
might go back
Easter,
to my original question,
get
if you were
to
going to give
indulge.
something up, what would it be?
Be coffee.
It would be coffee.
Because
You're sticking with coffee.
That'd be a tough one. Yeah.
All right, Chip. What about you? What do you?
I always give up coffee every year, but not like I give up going to Starbucks and getting coffee, like giving money
So you
to
don't
the
give up
large
coffee.
corporations.
You just give up
Going to Starbucks.
The
Yes.
That's fast
franchise
food.
coffee.
That's
Yes,
fast food.
and then
To
I'd make my
Starbucks.
own coffee all the time.
Is it bitter? Is it tough to drink?
No,
is
it's
it
beautiful.
Do you
It's
suffer?
wonderful. No, I do a special pour over.
Okay,
It's
so you're
amazing.
not really giving anything
You're right.
up.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm not. I'm giving up my
I want you to
soy
give-
latte.
Oh, come on.
Oh
dude.
wow!
That I love.
So
I do, I love
here's
it.
what like
I
a
love my
priest would
soy
say
latte.
is like.
You're gonna tell me what a priest would say?
Well, yeah, I would.
Go for it.
He would say, okay, so that $7 you save at Starbucks is what you should turn around and donate it to a charitable organization,
Exactly.
or to the church.
Yes, you're right. I should do that.
and that's where that real sacrifice would come in.
Right.
Are
Exactly.
you gonna do that?
No, I did never done that before. But
I'm just saying a priest
Yes.
would say that. I'm not telling him to do
no,
it.
no, I understand. No, I've never done
Man
it
of the
before.
cloth.
Hey,
Right.
I'm just, we're friends here. We're all talking.
We're all
you know,
talking.
it's
So
just
if I can just be
Yeah.
that guy for a second and say you should give something else up
Yeah.
that's a little more sacrificial.
What
would it be?
actual giving up coffee itself,
Mm-hmm.
and and plus I don't eat a lot of fast food, but that would be an easy give up. But the coffee would be hard, and I would totally do that. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to do. John, you're inspiring me to give up
He's
coffee.
not giving up coffee.
Well, he's inspiring me to
He
do
said
it.
if he had to give up something,
yeah.
he'd give up coffee.
Yeah.
You, as a good Catholic,
Yeah.
are you a good Catholic?
Well, I was raised Catholic.
All right. What's the definition of a good Catholic?
Someone who goes to church every Sunday without fail. That's not me. We don't go to church every Sunday.
Is that really the definition of a good Catholic?
And
Or is it your
Did you
faith?
raise your girls Catholic? I mean, they
They're-
baptize and
they are all baptized.
Yeah,
Yeah, all three of them. Yeah, they're raised Catholic. But
Say that inquisitively, like you're not
I'm
sure.
trying to. Well, the thing is we don't shove it down their throat, but
Right.
we do practice all the major holidays.
You practice?
Yeah, Easter and
You
Christmas.
haven't gotten them down yet?
We practice all the major holidays. Dude.
Yeah, we practice all the major
right.
holidays.
Yeah.
No, so
We almost had
And
Easter
when
down last year. We were that close.
yeah, we were so
Here's
close.
the next. Hope
man.
Grandma makes it next year.
Yeah, amazing. No, we when they were little, we went to church every Sunday, and that was being good Catholics, that they can give and tithing and stuff. So but yeah, so nowadays we don't go to church, well, especially since COVID hit. It kind of like gave us
COVID.
permission not to go.
Yep,
So
that's a good excuse.
and then when we weren't going, it was kind of force a habit, not to go. So, but yeah, so I think if you're gonna have a religion, stick to it. Whatever it is, just do something to.
I
give
don't
them,
go to church on not even a regular
Irregular
basis.
basis.
No, I
Not
can't
even on
remember
an
the last time I
irregular
was in
basis.
church. But I feel like this is what it comes down to. It's with a lot of things in life. It's all rationalizations.
Mm-hmm.
You rationalize what you do, how you do, and what you don't do. you rationalize and explain, well, because it was COVID, we didn't go. But were you going before?
Every once in a while,
every
not
once in a
really.
while.
Not really. We did go every
we're
other
justifying.
Sunday or something.
And
But really,
I'm
not really.
defending it, but I'm saying I don't think.
Yeah.
This is just my opinion, but by all means, send your comments if you'd like to. I don't think going, because here's what I remember in Greek church. That I saw this, that my mother always wanted us, we went to church every Sunday. My mother was all about it. She's the real deal.
Oh, that's how I grew up.
Right.
That's exactly how I grew up. That's why I said, I grew up Catholic.
My mother was the real deal, and she would always quietly go,
At church?
yeah. When she would see people coming in 10 minutes before the service was over to kind of almost
Check the box.
punch
Yeah,
their ticket,
yeah.
check
Yeah.
the box.
That's how my mom was. See,
Right?
that's how I grew up.
Yeah, same
always,
here.
every Sunday. In fact, my house was on Cannon Avenue, and if you stepped out on the porch, you could see over the top of the house across the street the church in the background. So it always loomed over us, like God was watching us as kids. So we walked to church, every Sunday. Exactly.
Yeah.
Eye of
Or,
Sauron.
what's that Stephen King novel, The Vampire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark
Tower.
Dark Tower, yeah.
So it was always there, always a part. And my mom and dad we got dressed up every Sunday. We'd go to church. We'd come home. We watched Daniel Boone and the
Daniel
Bonanza.
Boone?
And
How old are
yeah.
you?
He was a man.
Daniel Boone. He was a man. He was a real man.
It's a good looking hat.
Bowling for Dollars was on a local show. Bowling for Dollars. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yes.
But all in our Sunday clothes. So it was kind of a day was like, Sunday clothes. I mean, we couldn't wait to get out of them.
But so then that's-
and the mass was long too when you were a
Oh,
kid.
God, your
And we
mass
went
is so
all the time. And we said our prayers at night before we went to bed. And when my knees hurt because we'd be kneeling.
All right, so why didn't that stick?
Because I got to college and I let it all loose and hang
Yeah.
out.
I've had this conversation with my mother.
And my mom and dad got divorced in 8th grade, and that's probably what did it.
Can you
Are
do
you
that?
gonna
in the
blame it?
Catholic
You're gonna
Church?
blame it on your parents?
Oh yeah,
You're gonna blame it on
it's
them?
okay. Everyone
All right.
involved is dead now.
Okay.
That's what he said.
That's what I said.
Is that your? With all due respect to the dearly departed, is that your out?
Yeah, because you don't get a phone call.
They're all dead now.
Exactly,
John,
They're
we
dead
were
now.
not screwing on Sunday mornings.
That would be.
No, so I've had this conversation with my mother. I mean, because my kids still go to Catholic school, or I'm sending them to Catholic school. But I was raised all Catholic. But we were all in. My mom worked at the church. We volunteered it, and I think I just got burnt out. I got burnt out. I was doing church events like 2 or 3 times a week, all through high school. So Chip says, by the time I got to college, I'm like,
Yeah,
I
but you
don't
went
have
to a Catholic college. Dude.
and I went to University of Dayton.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I took my kids there
Yeah.
to visit it.
Great. It's a Catholic school.
Yeah.
And so, but
How'd you like it?
It was great.
Oh, awesome. Was it party school?
Oh yeah, huge party school.
Okay.
But,
I heard there was lots of cocaine there. Is that true?
Not when I was there.
Okay, we can cut that
It
part
was
out.
beer when I was there.
No, we're not gonna get that part out.
Sorry.
But I had to take religion courses there
Yeah.
and theology and stuff.
How'd you do? What was your grade?
I did all right.
There was an actual letter grade, or was it pass fail?
I don't remember, but I did. I took religion and film, and actually that's what I had to watch. Last Temptation of Christ and a bunch of the John Ford movies because he always has like a priest in it.
And they're my friends is the age difference between us. He got to watch Last Temptation of Christ. If we had to watch a religious movie, it was the 10 Commandments.
Yes,
by-
the 10
with
Commandments.
Charles,
Yeah.
with
On
Charles
TV.
Nash.
We also watched Mean Streets, which was awesome.
Really?
How does that
yeah,
factor
yeah.
into religion and
Well,
film?
I mean, if you go back to the very opening scene,
Yeah,
he's
he's
praying,
wearing a cross
and
around
he's
his
praying.
head.
Like it's
Alright.
basically, the struggle of the Catholic good boy versus the mean streets.
Isn't there? There's a scene
And I
inside
wrote
the
a bunch
church
of
where
paper
he's trying
on
to-
it.
he's
You're
begging.
right. You're right.
Okay.
So anyway, so that was my religion experience.
Well, then The
there.
Godfather's a religious film too.
Yeah.
There's a
You
baptism.
could write a whole
Yeah.
thesis
A wedding.
about it.
Right, in a wedding,
Very
and a
religious wedding.
baptism right before Michael, knocks out all the heads of the families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In one
It's a
fell
religious
swoop.
film.
Like a good Catholic boy.
Yeah, that's Catholic. See?
So I feel for you. And so I think as we're talking, I was kind of him-hawing around about it. I think my Lenten promise is I should go back to church. I think
Oh,
I should
that's a
go.
good
I should
idea.
go to church every Sunday until Easter or Saturday night because they do that
Now,
sometimes too.
is your wife better at being?
No, I'm better.
You're better.
Yeah, she would even admit that. She's a great, I was raised more hardcore Catholic. She's Catholic and went to Catholic school. Met her at Dayton, but if I didn't push it, we would never do anything related.
Do your Chip's kids are older? Your kids are younger. Do they know they're Catholic?
Oh yeah,
Do they get it?
I mean, they go to Catholic school. They still go to church every Wednesday. They go to mass at St. Andrew. And,
But do they get it? Do they
yeah,
know why
yeah,
they're going?
Yeah, they're starting to. I mean, that's
Do
again.
they know why they're going on Wednesday instead of Sunday?
Are the Wednesday masses are
because
they
I'm too
shorter
lazy.
than the Sunday masses?
Well, no, this is like a school mass.
Okay,
so like
okay.
all the whole school goes and everything.
That explains it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, no,
And
I
again,
went to St. James.
I would
so,
never admit
yeah,
this,
we
but
did that.
I'm about to. One of the best
I
parts
love
about
the podcast.
you guys have sex on Wednesday nights.
There you go.
Wednesday, we're plowing all night.
Nice.
No, they go at school. They go during school.
Yeah.
So
Right.
there's a lot of that important stuff that traditionally a parent should be like teaching or instilling their children. Just the
Go live.
First
Sorry.
guest.
Go
Oh,
live.
Scam
Go live with
Likely.
our
That
guest.
was my old friend Scam Likely.
Oh, put him
Wow,
on. Who's Scam
Yeah,
Likely?
my phone now says
Oh,
whenever there's
Scam
Scam.
I'm so stupid. I thought that was a real
I'm going to
person.
incorporate that. I'm going to put that in
It's
a
my
script.
Scam
I'm going to write a character in a script called Scam Likely. Yeah.
I called you earlier.
It used to say unknown. Now with the
It
new
says
updated phone, it says Scam
Scam
Likely.
Likely.
Like,
Scam Likely.
Sorry.
Hey, hi,
Sorry,
Dino.
I
It's
forgot to turn the
Scam.
phone
How you doing?
hey.
Hey, Scam.
Oh, what's up, Scam?
No, not much. I just wanted to check on your warranty on your vehicle.
Yeah.
Hey, are you up to date on that thing?
Scam, you going to bet on the Browns this week? Eh, likely.
Scam's always likely.
Let me have your credit card number so I can put that bet down for you, buddy.
Good lord.
Anyway,
So there you go. I don't figure we digress.
No,
But
no,
I'm
no,
gonna,
you're
but I
talking
think I'm
about the
gonna.
kids and the-
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna start. I'm gonna try to go to church every Sunday.
You're going to try to go to church
Well,
every Sunday.
that's
Like,
more
I'm
than
gonna
I'm going.
actually-
More than
I'm-
I'm doing now.
And that's the key word. I'm going to try. Not I'm going to go.
Right.
Not I'm going to do. I said it too. I'm guilty. I said I'm going to try to give up fast food for 40 days. So when you give up something for Lent and you fail, do you feel like a failure?
Well,
Do you
feel like
feel
a failure all the
disappointed in
time.
yourself?
It's hard
I was
to
a
make.
different
I'm out
than
of this
normal.
conversation.
You're out of this for a second.
So again, a priest or how I was.
No, don't
Again.
fall back on a priest.
No.
Fall on you.
If I fuck up royally, I try to
Justify?
make that
Rationalize?
No. Well, yes. Try to make an amends, a penance of some sort.
What's your penance?
I don't know.
What?
I will
What's your
do.
penance?
I don't know. It depends on how.
What did you give up for Lent?
I'm going to church and I'm going to give up cereal after dark.
Cereal after dark. Cereal after dark.
He's a vampire.
Because we know how many people eat cereal after dark.
That's.
I had like 2 bowls of cereal at like
Man,
8 o'clock.
I love cereal.
I did
I
too.
love this. That's so.
It's-
You've just revealed something
Yeah.
so.
I need to
deep
stop.
and-
I
It's
picture a lonely man at 8 o'clock at night
Eating
with a
cereal.
big Jethro bowl of fucking
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
right,
me.
right?
Staying up later than I need to be.
in your underwear,
Putting
sad.
putting
Milk
sweet
stains on your
sugar in my belly.
Cereal after
but
dark.
You bring up a good point. The Lenten season can also be something that you're going to do.
Yeah,
That's
so
a positive
a Lenten
thing as
promise
Okay.
is
It's
what
also
is a promise.
it's a promise.
I think
to
that's
either,
what I'm gonna do.
It's a promise to either give something up or a promise to do something good. Going to church would be a good thing.
Yeah.
Giving up cereal would be the tough thing. That would be the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Okay, have you success? Both of you.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the. Sorry, John.
The
Talking
Catholics.
talking to the Catholics.
What? Keep going.
Have you successfully done that over the course of a Lenten season, given something up completely for the whole 40 days?
Probably.
Yeah, I
What
think
was
so.
it?
You know that coffee thing was from Starbucks.
From Starbucks,
It was
you
an
didn't-
easy
you-
because it was so
you
easy to
sidestepped
do.
Starbucks for 40
Yeah.
days.
Oh, and over the years I've given up like fast food because I was a big fast food eater.
Yeah, I've done the fast food before. Here's the real kicker, and this is where Jesus is really fucking with us. Lent is over St. Patrick's Day, spring break, March Madness, and sometimes even my birthday. So it's like the four big party days that he just
Okay, first
puts
of all,
right there.
Jesus is in fucking with you.
He did it on purpose.
The calendar's fucking, because Easter is different
Yeah.
every year.
Okay.
All right, so it's not Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesus got
He
something out
knew.
for him.
Jesus,
man.
got,
You knew,
Jesus
JC.
got nothing to do with it. It's the calendar. And
Yeah.
it does fall on some important. That's why, I mean, I'm giving up something that's near and dear to me, fast food, but a man's got to know his limitations.
Right. I would love to give up alcohol, but I know it's not realistic. Like I would.
I could do that.
Could you?
Oh yeah, I could totally do
See,
that.
I
You
could
can give
not.
up booze?
Yeah.
Then sack up and say it on the podcast. You're going to give up booze for 40 days.
I'm going to give up booze for 40 days and 40 nights.
See?
And you'll see me back here in 40 days, clean and sober. How's that sound? Not
Really?
that I'm,
No. Are you
not
gonna
that
do
I'm
it?
an
You
alcoholic.
did it mockingly, so I know you don't mean
No,
it.
I'll do it.
No, you're not going to do it.
If you
No,
do
you're
it, I'll
not.
do it.
I'll do it.
You can be my accountability partner.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do.
You're not
I'm
gonna
going to
do
put
it.
it.
But
I'm
I'm
gonna lay it
giving
down.
cereal. I'm putting the cereal back in.
Okay, yeah, put cereal
I
back
give
in.
up
You're going
alcohol,
to
I'm
need
gonna
it.
need a lot of
Yeah,
fucking
you're
cereal.
You're
all
going to
cereal.
need the cereal
You're gonna
after
get
dark.
You're going to get your mash bill somehow. You're going to get your wheats and your
You're gonna
grains
Cereal
somehow.
after dark. All right, I'm giving up all alcohol. That means beer, wine, whiskey.
Chip, I'm going to hold you
Just for
accountable
40
this.
days, though.
But it's over
Just
St.
for free.
Patrick's Day, March Madness,
Yes, exactly.
spring break, and my birthday.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God, your birthday?
I'll forget.
Actually, my
All right, it's gonna be hard, but I'm
birthday's
gonna do it.
on-
Okay,
on
which brings up another.
But I'm not done though.
Easter Monday.
Okay,
so.
what?
I'm gonna give up all those forms of alcohol, the coffee. All right.
Wow, Jesus is turning, or Jesus.
Yeah, amen, brother.
Chip is turning into Jesus.
Yeah. And oh God, I can't remember the other one. Damn it, I was just thinking about it.
Maybe like the Babe Ruth of Lent.
All right,
It's enough.
Let's go with
It's
that
enough.
for
You're
right
gonna
now.
you're gonna hurt yourself.
I'll do it. I can do it, but that means I can drink right now because it's Fat Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Fat Tuesday.
And eat.
Now
that's what
we
I'm
have
gonna
no
do.
way of holding you accountable, so you're on your.
I'll let you know. I'll shoot little videos and send them to you. You know, like only like I'm sure there's going to be difficult.
Well,
I'll be
here's
like,
the cool thing. Here's the positive thing. If you actually do give up booze for 40 days, there's a lot of calories and a lot of sugars in booze.
Yeah.
You're going to probably lose some weight over the course of 40 days.
That's good because no one has accused me of indulging in exercise and good health.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's one thing I don't get to indulge in.
Give up working out.
Right?
That was always fun in high school. That would be the joke. I'm going to give up my virginity. I'm going to give up,
Yeah,
like all the
yeah,
things. Yeah.
Yeah, people do it. I'm going to give up broccoli.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Broccoli.
I know, right? It's going to
Yeah.
be easy.
I'm going to give up sex with strange women.
Yeah, I'm going to give up
that I
casual
meet in
sex
bars.
with strangers.
Yeah, forget it. I'm giving it up. That ship sailed, man. I gave that up a long time ago.
It's interesting. Yeah, I just, because I admit I don't do it for religious reasons. I just do it because it comes up and it seems like one of those periods in time where, okay, I'm going to give this a shot. Why don't I do that like on January? I don't make resolutions. I never make resolutions, because I know,
Yeah, I don't.
There's a finite time, even though 40 days is long. It's there's an out. There's a light at the end of the tunnel when you can start eating your cereal again.
eating your at dark.
After dark.
After dark. After dark. Cereal after dark.
After dark.
It's a new podcast, a side
Cereal
podcast
after
on Whiskey
dark.
Business.
Spelled with a C.
Interesting. It brings up one of my topics of tonight in respects to the 7 deadly sins. Gluttony being one of them. We're being very gluttonous tonight. We got the Crave case.
I'm on number 6. I'm past 6.
Are you on number 6?
I've had 6 already.
All right, I think this is number 4 for me. Chip, how many have you had?
4. I've had 4 altogether so far.
Well, you guys have been doing most of the talking the last 5 minutes, so I've had at least 2.
Hansberry, what have you had?
Just 3 for me. Or maybe 2. So that was...
It's interesting. I picked some
up.
get like $30, 30. Oh, we can kill that. But then like,
Yeah.
Well, and I had some earlier with the kids.
Oh, okay.
What, this? White Castle?
Fat Tuesday, isn't it?
That's awesome.
Gotta go for it.
Yeah.
so I'm going to ask you guys about the 7 deadly sins.
Okay.
Gluttony. What are you the most gluttonous over, for starters? Take this out for tonight on a daily basis. When you are gluttonous, what are you most gluttonous over? What's your, like, as much as I can get?
I don't know. I know. I got this one.
Okay.
Because I thought about this. Yeah, and I hate to admit it, and it's hard to tell by looking at me right now, but it's definitely food, like pizza.
Pizza.
Oh my God, pizza!
Pizza's mine.
Listen, talking years now. I can eat like almost a whole pizza, and it doesn't matter if I'm full.
What is that? What is it about pizza?
It's not about getting full. It's
about
the taste,
taste.
and the texture and the
Right,
feel. and-
right. And it's just like, and it's
It's
there,
like-
and it's in front of
Yes.
you, and you know
Yeah.
that if you've eaten, if you're by yourself, especially if you're by yourself.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm guilty of that as well. A large pizza. I could have ordered a medium pizza.
Right, exactly.
All right, I could have ordered a medium
leftovers.
pizza.
You gotta have breakfast.
But
Pizza,
in my
man.
head, I'm thinking I'll order a large pizza. I'll eat some of it and I'll save the rest for tomorrow. But no, the gluttony comes in.
Exactly.
Before you know it, there you sit, and I don't know about you, but sometimes you missed it. You missed it. It was like you
That was
missed it. It
sad,
was like
man.
literally 2 feet away, and you overshot it.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable. Now I have 2 White Castle cartons
Yeah.
on my floor.
It was bad.
But you eat the pizza.
Yeah.
You finish the whole pizza. How do you feel when you eat the whole large pizza by yourself?
God.
Do you feel bad?
Oh my God.
I feel triumphant, actually.
I was just gonna say I feel pretty good because I don't really think about it. But man,
I feel a little bit like, oh man, why did I do that?
yeah,
I
could
do.
see
I
that.
get that.
I could see that. I probably get that, but
Now, granted, it might be over the course of the evening. I might be
Yeah.
on the couch
Yeah.
watching movies, and it might take 2 hours. But if that pizza's in front of me, the gluttony kicks in, and I will kill that pizza. I will eat it.
no, you're right.
I'll finish
Absolutely.
it.
I mean, because my wife is an awesome cook. I mean, if she wasn't
That doesn't
doing what
help.
she does in our HR, she would definitely be a restaurateur. She's amazing. I mean, over the years, she's cooked for me. And I'll tell
Were
you,
you a thin man when you got married?
Oh yeah, well, much thinner. Yes, I'd say so. You think I was thin? Do you remember our wedding?
Yeah,
Yes,
I remember you were thinner. You're at least.
Oh, you're
30
still
pounds
thin.
lighter.
Yeah, you're thin.
You're still thin.
My belly's big though.
Yeah, I gotta get
Yeah,
rid
but
of
you're
this.
so tall that
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
lengthens out
Yeah.
from your height.
So
But yeah, so the gluttony with
You would
me,
you would be a very odd looking fat man.
yeah,
as tall as you are.
dude, if I was like fat, like 500 pounds fat, my height, I'd be a fucking beast.
yeah, you would look like that
football.
guy on Monty Python's The Meaning of Life that walks in bed up.
Joe
better give me
Burrow
a
would have only
bucket.
been sacked 58 times.
Hansberry, what about you? What are you gluttonous over?
Can you say alcohol?
You could say alcohol.
Yeah,
You can say
alcohol
whatever you
or
want.
cereal
There's
after
no,
dark.
there's actually
Cereal
no wrong
after dark.
answer. It's just honest answers.
I mean, I really think those are the. That's why I'm giving up cereal after dark, because I just it'll be like, well, I've already eaten a full dinner, and the kids will be in bed, and I'll be just sitting there watching TV, and I'm like, a couple bowls of cereal right now would be really nice.
Can you finish a whole box?
Have
you finished the whole box?
No, I haven't. I could, but I haven't.
I have.
Yeah,
Are you like a Fruit Loops guy? Where do you?
I
where do
have.
you-
Yeah.
whatever. Because that's what got me back into it. Is my wife buys like kids cereal, Lucky Charms, and stuff, and it's just like,
They're they're magically delicious.
Yes.
but that and and alcohol.
All right, so those are your gluttonous things.
Yeah.
Have you partaken in more alcohol since we started the podcast? Be honest.
well-
I want to know if I'm a conduit.
I mean, the answer is yes, but I wouldn't say. But that also is
Is that my fault?
no.
No, you're
But-
good. Because you're a grown ass man. God damn it.
But I mean, we've been doing this podcast
And you should-
for what,
5
4 or
years.
5 years?
5 years.
You've been doing this for 5 years?
I think so. I don't know. I lost
And like,
count.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
it just happens to be like that's the success of this podcast just coincidentally is also on the trajectory of my
it's on the same-
alcohol.
it's-
Yes.
They're parallel.
Yeah.
Parallel. Because
Well,
the podcast is only once a week. I don't know what you do the other
Right.
6 days.
Well, no, I think.
Am I responsible for you drinking more on the other 6 days because of whiskey business?
No, is the answer.
Okay. I mean, if that's an honest answer.
Yeah,
then,
no.
Okay, good.
Because maybe the answer is maybe whiskey, but before I was doing the podcast, I was into craft cocktail or craft beer. I was
beer.
drinking like IPAs.
Right. Yeah.
Like so I'd go through
Fair
a
enough.
6-pack IPA and wake up just feeling like shit.
Yeah.
So now it's just whiskey.
because I love whiskey. I've been a drinker, but I'm not despite a lot of the rumors, and so I'm not a heavy drinker.
There's rumors.
Over the course of my life, I call it the Dean Martin syndrome. Everybody thinks that I drink way more than I actually do in real life. But when I do drink, I drink well, and I can drink heavy, and you can't keep up with me.
Nope.
You can't keep up with me.
I've tried.
You can't. We were in Cincinnati. I have he tried to keep up with me in Cincinnati. No, and I have stupid tolerance for.
It's your superpower.
It's great, whiskey man.
That's right. You're like the Johnny Fever.
It's just, but I just want to make sure that that that's
You're looking out for me.
I do look out for you. I look out for all my friends whenever possible. All right, let's Whitney, a gluttonous thing. What's yours?
Pizza and alcohol, I think, is probably good.
Pizza and alcohol. All right.
Pretty much.
That's why I think we're all buddies here. There's a common thread here.
I can eat a whole pizza, no problem. So, especially Founders from Donato. So
That's your favorite.
it's my favorite.
What's on the founder? Is it thick or thin?
It's thin crust. It's got sausage, banana peppers. It's great.
Yeah,
We
that's
have the
a good one.
opportunity to gain two sponsors here this evening: White Castle and Donato's. Are you listening?
And coaches.
Actually, Coaches wants us to do a podcast from Coaches.
All right.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, they've been asking for as long as we were doing the podcast.
We do a live show.
We can do a live one. That would be a Facebook Live one.
Figure that out.
Ooh, that would be risky.
It's a great idea.
It'd be risky, but we could do it. All right, let me pursue yet another vice, if you will. Kind of on the same, but I don't know if I'm going to get to all 7 of them, but
Pick to the good ones. Go to the good ones.
well, I'm going to go from gluttony. Obviously, the next one would be sloth.
Was that laziness?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I love being lazy. Especially
Sloth.
because I have to get up. So, we get up early in the mornings for work. And
Right.
I love not getting out of bed.
Not getting out of bed.
Just, I'll be awake at 6 o'clock. but
How
I'll just
much
lay
more guilty were you of sloth during this pandemic, which we seem confidently to be coming out of? Things are, mask mandates are dropping, and COVID rates are down, and everything seems to be on the uptick as far as getting back to some sense of normalcy. But during the pandemic, at the height of it, I was as slothy as they get. There were days where I didn't get out of my robe and my pajamas. This is before I went back to Sunny.
Right.
Because the pandemic hit right in the middle of those 3 years I was gone. And there were days I didn't get out of my pajamas. I didn't get out of my robe.
Well, yeah, why not? I mean, there's no guilt to be had because you're not going.
I felt a little guilty.
You're not going anywhere.
Did you have to
But-
work? Did you have to work from home? Broadcast from home?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't
off,
working.
right?
I was off. I didn't have a job. I was retired,
Right.
and the only work I had to do was the work that I would, in the beginning, discipline would be to sit down and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna write for 4 hours and then I'm gonna write for 4 hours later.
How long did that last?
Actually, it lasted
Quite a bit.
longer than I thought, but I did get away from it because when there was nothing to do, when some of the things that I had scheduled during the pandemic, be it speaking engagements, corporate events, whatever the case might be, when there was no people to do that in front of, when that was taken away from me, then I would sit and say, well, I can do that later. I got all day. And too much time, all the time in the world is too much time for me personally. I do need
Structure.
a little structure and schedule, which is when
Right.
when Sonny called and said, "You want to come back?" I'm like, I'm bored as hell. I'm coming back. Yeah, I need a little bit of structure in my life. But sloth, I was guilty of it in a big way.
Yeah, me too.
But you seem like you're embracing it. It's a sin.
Yeah, because
According to this, it's a sin.
well,
Oh man.
I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I feel like I work a lot, And a lot of it is in the morning, and I bust my balls, and I got the kid. You know what I mean? Even when I'm not working, I've got 2 kids I'm running around. So when I have the ability to enjoy,
So it's rest.
and do it, yes, I that's one thing where I kind of give myself the excuse card.
So
Whitney?
I work from home, right? So
Are you guilty of sloth?
well, if sloth involves me getting out of bed without changing my clothes and sitting behind my computer 2 doors down and sitting there for 8 hours and then going straight downstairs and watching TV for another 5 hours while I have 3 bourbons, is that sloth?
I don't know.
But that's everybody in the world right now.
I know, right?
Right.
Chip?
Yeah, me too. So I had a thing where I read somewhere a long time ago that, right when you wake up in the morning, that's the best time to write. So I would get up and I'd try to discipline myself to write during the pandemic. Get up in the morning, write my dreams, and let that just go free flowing. But I found myself getting up and then sitting down, and then nothing would come to me, and then I'd be like, turn on the TV, and then I would binge watch my shows early in the morning. Like I'm talking like 5 a.m., 4:30 a.m. till I have to go to work.
When do you go to work?
Yeah, and then I go to work at 7:45. I gotta be out the door at 7:45.
Was there a period during the pandemic when you weren't working?
No, I was always working,
Always
but
working,
from
okay.
home though. Worked from home.
Okay. Oh,
And
so
yeah, I
you
did
had
get to work from
get
home.
up from the couch and actually
Go
work
into
from
the
home.
man cave and work from home.
Oh, wow.
There's no indoor connection, right?
No,
You
I
have
had to
go
walk outside.
There
Yeah.
you go. So you
Yeah.
actually had a destination.
I did, yeah.
Of
But
sorts.
they brought us back in, so I had to go. I have to actually commute now, and I've
damn
been
it.
doing that.
I
I know.
just
I'm
see
very
you with your
upset.
briefcase and a pipe, and Liz like giving you a kiss at
Yeah,
the door,
and
you're
that's
walking
exactly
3
what
feet to
happens.
your office, and then
That's right. That's exactly what happens. Yes. So yeah, so that if that's sloth, then yeah, because I can sit and watch TV all day long, and you know what the new sloth is? Sloth is watching TikToks on your phone. I
Oh,
see
my
people
God.
just sitting there.
See, I've heard.
I don't
people-
have it. I don't have TikTok. I'm
I
not
have
going to get
TikTok,
it.
I have the app, but I've not gone down that rabbit hole.
That's
Facebook
I
is connected
deleted
with
it
now,
at
so
Yeah,
least once.
yeah.
I don't
That's
go
the
down
new
that
sloth.
rabbit hole. I'm
Yeah.
I'm never.
That is
been
the
a-
new sloth.
I know
man,
I
I'm telling
need
you.
to be better involved with social media because this is a podcast, but I don't check Facebook. I don't go. You got 1 out of 2.
Yeah.
You're just as bad at Hansberry.
1 out of 3.
I'll let you do that one then.
Yeah, there you go.
Miss it. Oh, that would have been awesome if you
Yeah, I
missed
would
it.
have been missing, man. That's not going to happen because I'm that cool.
That's right.
No, I'm not. But yeah, I don't. I haven't gone down the TikTok. The TikTok. That's what is this TikTok? These kids seem to be. No, I don't
You
go
do
down.
TikTok at work though, right? You look like you really enjoy yourself when you do it. By the way,
You're being sarcastic. You're being sarcastic.
There is a Sunny This Morning account. Quick
Yeah.
plug.
There's the
But
TikTok.
our dear friend Stacy
I-
kind of heads that up.
Ice cube while I'm on.
But I hear that people go down that rabbit hole. No.
I'm back on, but there was a while I just deleted the app for a while because there's even like after like an hour or so when you're on there, there's even like videos that pop up and they say, "Hey, friend,
an hour.
why don't you take a break?"
No, there's
Oh
people
gosh.
that watch it for not 1 hour.
I mean, just-
many hours.
Yeah, you just don't realize it because the videos are like only 2 or 3 minutes long or 15 seconds, so you don't realize you're doing it for an hour or longer until these videos. Hey, buddy, why don't you go outside?
in the gluttony portion of our show.
Number
Thanks, Jeff.
7. Number 7.
There's no prize at the end of the night, by the way, for most
But I love these so much I never get
most
enough.
sliders eaten.
And yet, this is my first sliders probably in 3 or 4 months.
Did you give me an ice cube, Chip?
you said you didn't want one.
No, I'll take one. I'll take one. Sorry.
We're slowing down.
No.
I am.
We're gonna get more ice, and then I'll come back to the deadly sins here in a second. But
We're at 1 hour already.
okay, this is gonna go an hour and a half. I'm telling you right now, it's probably gonna go 90 minutes, and we're not gonna make it a 2-parter. Damn it! God, what is wrong? How can you guys not hit a can that is fucking 3 feet away from you?
The opening made it curve.
Kocel with
First you said you couldn't see it, then I put it so you could see it.
I had the other one to do the other ones fine. No
You
problem.
played basketball.
I know.
God, you suck.
Yeah. It's not the first time that somebody said that to me.
All right.
He's only had like one drink. It's just the burgers that make him.
My question is, because this is something we've gotten away from, and I want to get back to it. here on Whiskey Business is that we always introduce a guest bottle, and we used to go back to it to see how everybody was enjoying it, and that's what I want to do right now. How are you enjoying the Old Crow? You've got to admit, you're
It's
kind
not
of
that bad.
No, it's that. I guess that's high praise. It's not that bad.
You set it up like it was gonna be the worst thing ever.
Well, I wanted to be very upfront about it, that it's a bottom shelf whiskey. It's not very expensive, but I also wanted to tell you that it's made by Jim Beam, and if Jim Beam makes it, obviously they're going to put something out there that's terrible.
Right.
It's affordable.
Yes.
You know, it's not aged as long as their regular Jim Beam, but it's made from the same mash
How
bill.
much is that bottle right there?
You could probably get that bottle for $12,
No shit.
maybe. You know, maybe
And that's a big bottle too.
maybe 13. Maybe
That's
this
not
is this is
$7.50.
this is more than this is a liter.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit more, but not much. Under $20 for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Like
like
you
it?
said, it would be a good mixer if you're making
Yeah,
bourbon slush or something.
You know, if you're gonna take whiskey and throw Coke in it or 7-Up or whatever the case might be, then that would be a good one to do it with. But also, you know, just on ice.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, and I got spoiled. Chip brought over some very old Barton, and if anything,
Also,
this
another
I was
cheap-
gonna say this Old Crow made me appreciate how good the very old Barton is. That stuff is, I mean, tasty. That
That was
VOB.
really good. I can't wait to drink more of that
That's
40
Kentucky's-
days from now.
Yeah, 40.
Kentucky's
Yeah.
used to be Kentucky's best kept secret. Now it's like the worst kept secret
Yeah,
because
is
people
that
know
right?
Yeah.
it's a good bourbon and cheap.
Right.
So you guys like the Old Crow?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like this.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I would buy that for, like you say, a bottom shelf. This and we've talked about it before. Benchmark 8 is my go-to
That's right.
bottom shelf.
All right.
It's a Buffalo Trace. Yeah.
Yep, that is. Yep. We've had Benchmark on the show. We've had that a couple times.
It's only like $10 for a bottle.
Would
Right.
you count old Overholt low shelf?
No, I would not.
Really?
Even though it's affordable, I don't consider it to be a bottom shelf whiskey. I just consider it to be
Affordable.
one of the oldest ryes in America and affordable. Yeah. So
Yeah, didn't you have those guys on the podcast one Halloween?
we did. We not on Halloween, but close to it. They were outside
Outside, yeah.
in the pond during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I was just wearing a costume for fun.
We had some good podcasts
Yeah.
during the pandemic.
We had some great
Yeah, that was
shows.
great.
Yeah,
Now, that's the one where I walked in and scared you guys, and
yeah, you did.
Oh, that's right.
that's why I
did.
thought it was Halloween.
Yeah,
I didn't scare you; you saw me coming.
I saw you coming, but you're still kind of foreboding and scary.
Yeah, I came from the distance. You could see it on video.
Your coat and your big hat, and just that could be a good title for a horror movie.
Yeah, what?
Chip.
From a distance.
That's right.
All right, I want to hit
came
another. I want to hit
sauntering.
another deadly sin because this one confuses me.
Yeah.
Because it's considered a sin, but it's a tad convoluted in my mind. Pride.
Yeah. Why is pride?
Why is pride? Why is pride considered a
Well, just
sin?
when you let it get in your own way. You know, you can be proud and confident, but if you're overly proud, if you're,
When does it go from, being proud of something that you did, proud that you did a great job raising your kids? When does it drift over into a sin?
when you get cocky with it, when things, when
So half the NFL should
yeah.
be considered.
yeah, when other people are,
So praise Jesus because of how great they are.
if you're treating like other people like shit because you're saying how good I am, I think that's where that comes in. I'm not. 'cause
So if
I've-
you have an
I've never-
accomplishment, and
You
you,
can be
were
proud of it,
successful, you
yeah.
can be proud of it. But when you start to say, "Yeah, well, I know what you did, but here's what I did,"
right.
Like a one-upper?
like a one-upper,
Yeah.
a one-upper,
one-upper.
a one-upper. Good, very well done.
I'm not good at one-upping. I'm not good at it.
No, neither am I.
No, I would say when it comes to pride, as long as I've known you and as I've gotten closer to you as an associate and more importantly a friend, I would say that you probably don't take nearly as much pride in your work as you should.
Yeah, but yeah, I've always been taught that act like you've been there.
But
and just you do good work, but don't just let your work speak for
Right.
itself.
Of course I do. Right.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna sit there going, I'm the best editor ever. I'm not gonna do
But
that.
are there moments where you look at something and you go, God damn it, I did this?
Sometimes,
And,
yeah. When there's
and you feel that's wrong?
no, if there's a problem that I've figured out in an editorial way, or even like on the set when we're trying to figure out a problem, I'll sit there and go, oh wow, that's crazy how I thought of that, how to solve that problem. But I don't dwell on it. I think if you dwell on pride, I think that's the problem.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is that's when it becomes a sin?
Yeah.
All right, so, and this might be a tough question because as I pose it, I'm trying to think of an answer myself, but in recent memory, what are you most proud of?
Oh, okay. Oh, jeez.
I know it's a tough question.
Come back to me. I don't know.
All right, that's fine. I said it's a tough question.
Yeah.
So, Chip, can you think of something right off the top of your head? In recent memory,
Yeah, I'm thinking
what you
that
most proud of?
most recently, I'd say that I think pride is probably one of the sins have been successfully not breaking or committing because I can't think of anything I'm proud of.
Why?
I'm so not proud of
that also
nothing.
poses another question.
I think
Why not? Because all right,
I don't know.
Can you
I
be
guess I have
guilty
a
of pride by
really
not
low
doing it?
self-esteem or
because
something.
when,
I don't know.
here's let me give you an example. And you know what? I'm learning more about you over the years as we get to be better friends.
Aw,
but
thanks.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because when I suggested this podcast night, just us, so I'm gonna invite Chipper. I love your company. I love when you pop in. You're always supportive. You're always willing to lend a helping hand on anything we need, whatever we need.
Oh, thanks.
So when you say like, there's nothing, I'm really, that bothers me a little bit.
I don't know. I just, I don't.
Aren't you proud of something that you've done? Are you proud of any work that you've done? Are you proud of?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the first thing that comes to mind is I'm very proud to be a father to my girls.
Are you a good father?
So proud. I'd like to think so. That
Okay,
I am a good father.
right?
They
like you.
for the most part. For the most part.
Girls,
All right, that's fine.
I have
and
one
there's
that-
and there's no sin in that.
Yeah.
The sin would be like, you're not a good father. You're
Yeah,
not a good
right.
father. I'm a good father. That would
Right.
probably be the sin.
Okay, I get you there.
All right.
Yeah. I definitely don't do that.
No, but
But I'm. That's the one thing I can totally comes to mind that I can focus on is that the kids come to mind that I'm really proud to be their father.
Mm-hmm. That's a great one. Hansberry.
You're not breaking anything. I think the thing that, like you've just most recently, I would say our barrel pick.
All right,
You know,
there
that's
you go.
something, just something. It's something cool, something we should be proud of.
We are proud of.
Very
But doesn't that borderline a little bit on the sin part? Because not everybody gets to make a personal barrel pick at a distillery
So,
that is.
here's where
you know-
I think it would be where I would break that rule. Like, because we all did it. We didn't make the whiskey.
No, we didn't.
You know what I mean? So like, if I went around being like, yeah,
and-
bullshitting my way through it all, like acting like I had a bigger part in it than just
Exactly.
picking
And I've
it.
had to correct people.
Right,
I've had
yes.
to correct people repeatedly
Right.
since we made the pick. Did you guys make that? No, we didn't
just
make
picked
the
it.
whiskey. We
Yeah,
just
we
picked it. They put 4 barrels in front of us. We tasted them, 9 times.
I think it's yeah. Indirectly, it's more. I think it's more of. I'm proud of the work that we've put in as a podcast to reach that level where we're able to do that. It's less
That's
about
great.
that, but that's a representation of our hard work.
Is your name on the bottle? It says whiskey business.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a little label up
right
there.
over there.
And I've heard it here, but your label should be bigger.
well,
Okay. How come Dino Tripodis isn't on there? Because it's whiskey business. It's not Dino Tripodis. We
And
all
that would
picked
be
it.
like maybe a pride thing if you were like bitching about that, but you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
missing. No, it was a collective thing.
What
We
is
all
it?
did
What does it mean to say that? When I heard that you guys did that, I felt very proud for you.
All right.
I felt like wow,
pride and proud of someone else. I don't
Yeah.
think qualifies as one of the deadly
Okay.
sins.
good.
That
Because I'm proud of you guys.
Oh,
Gosh
you're
darn
going
it.
straight to hell.
I'm so proud of you guys.
I figured it out.
what?
What am I more?
What are you proud of? Good.
Okay, so it's been a little bit, but I'm proud of The Street Where We Live only because I don't think it was the greatest film of all time, but I thought it was good enough to get some distribution and to allow people who usually don't get to show their talents off to a national audience.
It did.
You guys have gone a long way with that.
And
Anybody who gets a chance to see it, no matter where they are, they've seen people from Columbus, Ohio,
Amazon
that
Prime,
do
Tubi,
good work.
IMDb, YouTube.
So
I'm very proud to be
I
a
love
small
that.
part
That's
of
great.
it. You'll see me.
I think that's great that we're able to do something.
I got I know you can't tell, but I got my haircut today.
Oh, really? I was going to say you should probably get a haircut
I
soon.
need a haircut. I didn't get a lot cut.
Where'd you go? The guy in Worthington?
No, I didn't go to the guy in Worthington. I didn't go to Tommy. I should. But the girl that was cutting my hair asked about the film, and I said, how do I find it? Because she asked, out of the blue, she asked about it. And
You said the dollar store.
well, actually, Walmart,
There you go.
Walmart.com, and a couple other .coms that we didn't even know it was available on DVD.
No.
Yeah, it's available on DVD,
Just
but
we
it's
didn't
also
read those contracts very carefully.
yeah, it's also streaming. It's streaming, and I sent her the link to Amazon, and then while I was on the link to Amazon, I had never looked at some of the reviews.
Okay.
From people.
Really? There are reviews on Amazon?
There's some reviews on Amazon, and
I stopped reading reviews
they're
a long time ago.
and at that moment I took some pride in I was kind of people wrote long reviews on Amazon.
Are they good?
Yeah,
Like well written? I don't mean like
well
positive
written,
reviews. I mean well written.
well thought out, and people that obviously the film affected them on some level. So that's a good one to be proud of. Not to the point where it's a sin, but we put a lot of work into that.
We did, and it's so I think pride goes like if you're proud of yourself, right? I'm proud that we were able to do something that helped other people.
It did, because we ran into a lot of people who actually, much to our surprise, and caught us off guard from time. People that, the film was about a single mom with kids. In the midst of the recession, the factory closes, and she thinks that the next job's coming, but it doesn't, and the dominoes start to fall where they end up living in their car. We met people, moms, that film
happened to
is my life.
Yeah, basically. Well, I had people coming up to us at festivals saying, "How did you know my life?"
Right?
How'd you know?
How'd you know?
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
no, good one. When it comes, I'm proud of a lot of things. Probably most recently is actually it comes back to you, Hansberry. I'm proud to have come back to Sunny 95 to the radio station.
Yeah, we're having fun. We're kicking ass. Yeah.
We're a 3-year absence. They asked me to come back, and I debated and went back and forth on it, and I went, I'll come back, and I'm having a blast, and we're having some fun, and
that's what everybody everybody keeps asking. I'm like, I'm just having a blast. I enjoy going.
I'm
to
proud
work,
of that.
I'm
proud of that. I'm proud of this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the fact that, and is that a sin to be proud of the podcast? The fact that we've been doing this for 5 years and haven't made a dime?
No, it's not a sin.
But the fact that we've done it because we love to do it. I mean, our audience has probably tripled, quadrupled since we started it, but and I'm proud of that. But
there's now 8.
yeah.
Thanks for watching, Chip's wife.
That's right. But I'm proud of that. But I don't. I'm always curious as to when pride becomes a sin. But I think you summed it up right from the get-go when you start to get cocky about it.
Yeah.
And you use it as a tool instead of a gift.
If Michael Bay came in here and just started shitting all over your movie, that would be,
I would start shitting on his movies. Actually.
Well, yeah, I know.
How much time we got? Where are we at?
1:15.
1:15.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
this is
Let's get to one more sin, and then we'll.
The speed round.
Whoa. All right,
How many are left? How many do we do?
We did Pride.
This would make me want to watch the movie Seven.
Yeah, that's what I was
We
gonna
did
say.
Pride. We did Gluttony. We did Sloth.
Lust is tough. Don't ask that one because my wife might hear it.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring up Lust.
Yeah.
But if you want me to skip it,
Well, I don't. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
are you?
No,
Yeah, he's
I
kidding.
think we're all on the same page.
Yeah, we all lust
we
after
all-
your
Yeah,
wife.
we're old.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's
oh,
no
yeah.
big deal. She's a beautiful woman.
She's a handsome woman.
Oh God. Who am I kidding? She doesn't
I'm
listen to this
surprised that there aren't. I'm surprised after hearing those quick remarks that there aren't 8 deadly sins on this list. One of them being liars. No, I'm not saying.
It
lying.
kicked me off.
I mean, lust, but lust is an interesting. No,
Yeah.
when you say lust, the first thing we think of is sex.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
Right.
lust isn't always about sex.
You could lust for
Right.
money. You could lust for
Yes.
pizza.
Yes.
There's Jimmy Carter famously stated in an interview with Playboy, and he only said it on the way out the door when he was saying goodbye to the reporter that he did lust for other women in his heart, but never pursued anything.
Sure.
And that got the headlines. So there's lust in your heart for other women, So there's lust takes forms of many, So
I think there's a lust in art, and what we do and what we create. I think there's a lust there. I have a lust to have one more additional chapter to my creative life that I haven't accomplished yet, and I don't know what that's going to be. So the lust, and so I get confused by what is considered to be these sins. Were they talking about lust specifically in one particular pigeonholed area? You are married and you lust for another woman. That's a sin. But come on, man, if you lust...
You can lust for anything, yeah.
If you lust for a better life, if you lust for a better accomplishment, how is that a sin?
Well, I think
Right.
then again, if you're breaking the rules or lying or cheating or stealing to accomplish that,
Then that would
yeah.
that would. Boy, you are a good Catholic.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you are kind of a
Yeah,
good Catholic.
you got it going on.
You got it.
well,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't break the rules, but I at least understand where the line, when I break them.
I'm not saying I don't break the rules, but when I break them, I have a good answer. Yeah. Yeah. So
No, that's
so-
interesting, Dino, because you're right. I mean, lust is like first thing that came into mind was when I was growing up before I was married. I lusted after every woman I saw. I mean,
Right.
it was like a horn dog.
You're
Right.
young.
Yeah, they
you're
had
young.
wild oats to sell. They used to call it wild oats.
Wild oats. Yeah.
Yeah, so it never occurred to me to think lust for a second swan song in a career or something. Never or a next chapter in. I never thought about
lust
it.
for a better life. Is
Yeah.
that wrong?
I mean,
No.
Yeah, like lust for
What if you
life.
sabotage someone?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking of like a
it's what
Twilight
levels
Zone
you go
episode
to
or
to
something.
accomplish that
Yeah.
particular lust.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
gives me a lot to think about. I'm really coming away with a lot tonight at this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is amazing. Thank you. Dino.
Well, that's my job.
It's a
right?
public service.
Yeah.
It's my
whiskey
job.
business.
Whitney,
Can,
do you-
can I
what
listen
do you-
to
what do
this
you
instead
lust-
of going to church
What
this
are you
weekend?
lusting after that would be legitimate and not counted as a sin? As you think about your life and where you're at, because this is, and I'm channeling myself right here.
No.
When you think about your life and where you're at, is there something that you're still lusting for?
Yeah, a better career.
A better career, which is interesting to me because you've had a really good career.
I've had a good career professionally, but not as a filmmaker.
Why do you say that? We just talked about a film that is out and streaming on Amazon, YouTube, Tubi, IMDb, has gotten nice reviews.
There's a difference between what we've been doing and what I would like to do. I would love to actually get paid to make a movie. So that takes me to a different level of professionalism in that I guess in filmmaking.
Yeah.
Only because I lust for doing it full time.
Right.
If I could only do that and make money at it, that'd be the best. I could make what I'm making now at my job or a little bit less. If I was making that money and still making films,
And
that'd
doing
be the
movies.
best.
So-
Getting paid to make the movies.
Paid to make the movies, not paid to make the other stuff.
Yeah,
As
the
I
donuts.
domino through these as we rush to the end of this podcast, your lust is also accompanied with envy.
Yes.
Oh, envy, the other
Yes.
one.
Yeah. Well, I don't envy anybody who has made it.
No, but you. Is that true? Is that entirely true? You don't begrudge anybody who's made it, but you have. Would it be honest to say that you have envy that you haven't made it yet? and you want to be that person?
Sometimes, yeah.
I do.
Yeah. I know that sometimes there's like filmmakers out there that are like these. Suddenly, this actor is suddenly given $10 million to make this film,
Right.
with no track record.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a little envy.
That's a little envy, but
Is that a sin?
Is it a sin?
I don't
Maybe
know.
it
I
is.
mean,
I don't know.
I'm just going by the text.
They
here.
worked hard to make the connections. They got a bigger break than I could ever get. I guess.
Yeah. For me, where it crosses the line is where that envy kind of turns into resentment.
Right.
Like I'll have, again, I feel like I've busted my balls in our career. And to see someone who might be more successful or have more wealth who is just handed a gig, goddamn motherfucker. So I would resent things about that. Because we really
with envy,
dude. We really are in a keeping up with the Joneses world these days. I mean,
Right.
especially on the social media. I mean,
Which brings up the last two, and I'll get to the last one last. But then that falls envy. Envy rolls into greed. Do you consider yourself to be a greedy man, Chip Kocel?
me. Gosh, no, I don't think so. I'm not greedy. I'm not a greedy man. I mean,
Don't you want something?
yeah, but
Is it the same as greed though?
greed. God, yeah. I mean, greedy. No,
I
I'm
don't
not
consider
greedy.
myself to be
No.
greedy either.
No, I'm not. There's a and
Let me
Not greedy.
let me put it to you this way. In respects to our podcast this evening,
Mm-hmm.
there were 30 White Castles here this evening.
yes,
Do you wish there were 40?
no.
No.
No. In fact, I think I had way too much.
Number 9.
for the record, you said you wanted 10.
Yeah,
So
I
didn't
had
have a-
six.
I will have 10 by the
I
end.
had 6.
Yeah. Greedy would be, oh, you only got 30? How come you
Yeah.
didn't get 40? That would be greedy.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I'm not greedy.
Or if you were then like, oh, there's only 30. I better eat 10 as fast as I can before anybody else
Oh
eats.
my gosh, I used to
That
be
would
like
be
that
greedy.
years
Not
ago.
you. No,
I'd be like, there's
no. I
3
told you-
pizzas. I got to eat as
told
much
you earlier.
pizza as I
You
can.
said you could eat 10. I said, God
Yeah.
bless
No,
you.
and
Eat
I'm
10.
not
I was that
I don't
way.
want to eat 10.
Especially
Yeah.
at work, like
Yeah.
when they would like bring in food for
You
like
eat as much as you
you're
can.
Like, oh, I gotta eat as much as I can, or
Yeah.
and stash them away before anybody else finds
Yeah.
it.
I'm a recovered greedy person, however you would want to phrase that. I am not greedy now. No
Covering
way.
greedaholic.
I'm a recovering greedy.
What was your vice? Your greed? What would you be greedy about?
Just like when, eating up all the pizza, and it goes with that gluttony. It goes back to gluttony.
Sure it does.
John and I were working on a film in this little town with it was a Dana Schmaldenberg film.
Oh, yeah.
And her mother did craft service, and she made the most awesome banana cream pie. And I was so greedy and gluttonous that I ate as much as I ate so much of that banana cream pie.
I didn't get any, did I?
I don't know.
Oh, you greedy
Yes,
motherfucker.
that I went in the back and I threw up
Oh my
All
god.
right,
behind a
that's your
tree.
punishment.
That's how greedy and gluttonous I was. I was so greedy because I loved that cream pie, that banana cream pie. Do you remember that? It was years ago, back when we were skinny and had more hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, not greedy, then greedy. I'm working on. I would
right,
like to
let me
be
ask you this.
generous.
You're with your significant other, or you're with another person. Maybe there's 3 of you. You get a pizza. Mm-hmm. There's 1 piece left.
Okay.
You always see it. You always see pictures of pizza boxes.
Yeah.
With 1 piece left.
Yes.
because
Nobody wants to take it.
Nobody wants to take
it. Yeah.
the last piece.
Is it bad to ask? Because I'll go, is anybody done? Because if nobody is, I'll eat this last piece.
I've kind of started having, and again, I don't feel guilty about this, so I don't know if it's a sin. But like, I've been starting to claim like dad rights at home.
Okay.
I'm just like, there'll be 1 piece left. I'm like, I'm the dad. I fucking bought this and
Okay.
went out and picked it up. I'm gonna eat this last slice of
Which
pizza.
goes back to my initial thing of rationalizations. We've come full circle.
Yeah, my kid bitched about the whole time. He's gonna pick off all the toppings. Yeah, I'm gonna eat the fucking.
But
pizza.
I always go last, right? So
Yeah, fair enough.
everybody will go and get what they want.
Okay.
And if there's 1 piece
All
at
right.
the end, I'll fucking take it because
There you go.
I allowed them to go
Right.
first to
There
get
you
as
go.
much as they wanted.
Rationalizations and justifications.
Rationalizations and justifications. All right, there's only 1 sin left.
Yeah. What?
Wrath.
Okay.
Wrath. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's like bad. That's like
That's
No, and it's probably the one that I will confess to.
Oh wow. Okay, let's hear this.
I have wrath.
Oh, no way.
Do you have an ointment for it?
That's right.
Not a rash.
You better go see a doctor.
If wrath persists more than 3 hours,
I have a wrath.
see your doctor.
Wow. Dude, I had no idea. You
Good
taking
one,
something
Hansberry.
for that?
There is a. There's a dark side of me that sometimes embraces wrath over the course of my life. And I am guilty of wrath. Now, the good thing about it is, because I don't consider it a sin, is that it is not imposed randomly or out of spite or out of whatever.
Hot blood temper.
No.
Right,
No.
right,
I will never be the first one to start a fight.
Right.
Ever. But I will be the first one to defend either one of you if you are in danger, and then you will see my wrath. So my wrath comes out appropriately, which makes me wonder if it's a sin. If it's
Like a protection.
It's like
device?
Mama
Yes.
Bear.
Yeah.
yes,
Papa Bear. He's our Papa Bear.
yes,
All right.
yes. If something happened to either one of you, God forbid, and I would be angry, and my wrath would come out, and my wrath would motivate me to find a guilty party.
It's like Yellowstone.
Man.
I haven't watched Yellowstone.
There's a
so
movie
I'm
about
not
a
sure
rat.
about it.
There's a lot of wrath in Yellowstone.
Movie in there
I did not know that.
So I admit mine. I have. If that's a sin, I am guilty of it. I have wrath, but I have appropriate wrath.
Appropriate wrath.
I have
By Dino Tripodis.
I have appropriate wrath.
Appropriate wrath.
Yeah. Do you have wrath? Have you had wrath?
Not like that. No, I mean, I've gotten angry and like I've lost my temper before, and like where I yell really loud, but
But you don't consider that to be wrath.
no, I don't have wrath.
I think
I'm a
wrath,
pussy, I
I think wrath is something like if you're definitely putting your energies at somebody in order to destroy them.
Yeah. Yeah, like in a movie, like a bad
And
evil
so it's
character.
kind of like you got to
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
and
yeah,
choose what that situation has to be.
And I would only
destroy your
choose
career.
I would
Right,
only
right,
choose to destroy that person if they were evil or if they
Right.
have hurt, damaged, or done something that has affected not even me so much, but somebody close to me.
So would
They
that,
would experience my wrath.
so the person who experiences wrath, would that have to be a person who knowingly fucked with Greg
Yep.
or me or whatever? It's like, somebody who's just did a bad thing, right? It's not like if Greg gets hit by a car and it's vehicular
No.
kind of thing
And
where
it was
it's
an
not anybody's
accident.
fault.
No, that would not incur my wrath.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's just,
If somebody purposely
yeah.
hit Hansberry,
Yeah. I say, hey, you're that dick from Sunny 95.
yeah,
Works with Dino.
and like
Beat
had
you
it
up.
out to kill
I'm
Hansberry.
envious of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
no one
would
Said
be.
no one ever.
I don't think that's a sin.
Yeah, I think
Like the wrath of
No,
Khan.
I think you got it on the if
I think so.
if you purposely again I keep thinking of Yellowstone because I'm watching in the middle of it. If you guys should gotta watch it if you haven't. But like there's like I'm gonna crush your career. I'm gonna murder
No, I
someone in
would-
your
no,
family
no,
because of
no.
XYZ.
Wrath for
Yeah,
no
yeah, yeah, yeah.
reason is a sin.
Yeah,
Right.
But wait a second.
Well, Star
Doesn't-
Trek II,
isn't
The
there
Wrath of
something-
Khan.
Isn't there
Judgment.
something in the Bible, an eye for an eye? So
Right.
if you were to go back on somebody,
I will be
Is
the
that
last
wrath?
person to say that I know all the ins and outs of the
Yeah,
Bible.
yeah,
but
said
yeah,
John.
an eye for an eye.
said the guy who doesn't know shit.
An eye for an eye. Right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's when I look at at the list that we just went through in the Lenten season, it gets a little. There's a lot of gray areas, right?
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, man. Like that pizza thing. The last piece is there.
Can
And
you
the
have
three
wrath
of us
for
are
pizza?
there.
I
Well,
want
I
that.
think that's
that goes to, all right, well, here, the last piece of pizza would cover greed, lust, envy if somebody took it before you did.
Yeah.
Good point.
Gluttony,
that's
of
quick.
course.
Gluttony, yeah.
Right.
Lust, because you just either are about to, or you already, the three of you had sex.
Lusting for that last piece of
Yeah.
pizza. You greedily want that last piece of pizza. And then if you do get that last piece of pizza, you're proud as fuck.
That's right. And
Who's
wrath,
eating still, bitches?
and wrath comes in. You slap that piece of pizza out of that fucker's mouth that took it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's Dino smacking it out of his mouth.
Yeah, smacking it.
Right.
And then my wrath would rise up from the depths of hell if Chip wanted that last piece of pizza and you took it. You will suffer the consequences.
5 fingers in your face.
It all comes together.
So, as we wrap things up, there's still a decent amount of White Castles.
6, 7 left, boys.
There's still about seven
I
left.
got one more to 10.
You got
brother.
one more. You got to get to 10, baby.
I'm getting it right now.
You
Yeah,
do
do
it. Do
Yeah, here we
it.
go.
Do it.
Don't look at me when I do it because it's embarrassing.
Says the guy who's going to edit himself out of the video.
How can I do that?
You're going to do a green screen right here.
That's right.
Put your thumb in it.
So here we are, Fat Tuesday. We're gonna wrap it up. It
This was cool.
has been a gluttonous Fat Tuesday.
It's been fun.
We ate stuff that we normally would not eat during the podcast.
10 is almost a limit.
We
Almost a limit. That means 11.
we
more.
drank a surprisingly good bottom shelf whiskey that a lot of people were like, "Oh, Old Crow." Not to mention the fact that it's Dr. James Crow's Old Crow. Yeah. So
Played for the 76ers back in the late 1800s.
yeah. So maybe it was for medicinal purposes. How you gonna
Actually, it tastes really good as the ice
as the ice melts
melts in it.
Yeah,
It gives
well,
it more
you
of
know
a
me.
caramel flavor.
I will tell you that ice and water will open up any whiskey and
Agreed.
present discoveries that
I just your house is gonna smell
Like
like
White
butt
Castle?
tomorrow morning.
Because of White Castle?
Yeah, we got to take that trash out.
No, I'll take care of the trash, and I have a very powerful, special $135 every time I change it filter that sucks up smoke, and we'll see if it sucks up
Crave
White
case.
Castle.
An onion.
How many of you have farted
Not yet.
Not yet.
over the course of the evening?
Not
Yeah.
yet. I have not. I'll be proud to say.
I had a couple loose ones on the way in, but that was about it. That was from my earlier round.
Thank you.
Those are
Yeah,
my
I
favorite
appreciate
loose
that.
ones.
Does that filter take care of those flatulence?
Because what a lot of you don't know is that I sent a text that we're going to do a Crave case of White Castles, but nobody gets to poop here before it's all said and done.
Good point.
Yeah, no.
That'll come about 11 o'clock tonight.
This podcast brought to you by Potpourri.
That's right.
Is it- or what is it called?
Poopery.
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 All right. Well, guys,
Yeah.
it's a Fat Tuesday. I think
Yeah,
we
thanks,
indulged
Oh yes.
very well. We all know what we're supposed to. You know what? I don't have anything. You guys all have something.
Yeah, I got some.
You got a little something.
Mostly
You need
water,
a little
yeah.
something more. Let's do this proper. You got what you got is melted ice.
Thank
Like
you.
me. Anybody else need a little something? Good.
No, I'm good.
Good. Hansberry.
Hansberry, you should
Just
get
a-
a little more.
It's 80 proof.
Yeah.
Melted ice.
80 proof.
Do you have you
is
going to
breakfast
Sunny
whiskey.
tomorrow? You guys working tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course we do.
I'll be giving him a wake up call at 5:15 to make sure he's up, and then I'll give him another wake up call at 5:20 and another one at 5:25.
He's not wrong.
That's rough. Cheers.
All right. Happy Easter.
Yeah. Peace.
Happy Fat Tuesday. And here's to everybody sticking to their sacrifices during the Lenten season. My name is Dino Tripodis. I could not do this podcast without the amazing talents of, yes, Greg Hansberry on the audio side, John Whitney on the video side. Our many thanks to our good buddy and whiskey business, I don't know what to call you, our brother, our something. I wanted you to be here tonight. I wanted
You're
you
a
to be
contributor?
I wanted you to be the fifth Beatle, even though we don't have four guys. Chip Kocel as well. The guest bottle has been Old Crow, do not dismiss this from the bottom shelf. You'll be remarkably surprised how actually good it is. And until the next bottle, my name is Dino Tripodis, your host. See ya.